Pat McGrath is a visionary and they call her mother for a reason. Her Mothership palettes are amazing. The quality, the selection, even the color schemes that she has are just so different from so many other eyeshadow palettes that I'll see on the market. And I have 5 Mothership palettes, and the special shades have kind of been controversial, like the newer palettes don't really have them, but you can still buy all of the Mothership palettes available, like they're all available on Pat McGrath's website, and I think most, if not all, are on Sephora. So if you still want to grab a Mothership palette that was like an older one, they're all still available. But every once in a while, you gotta go through all the special shades and swatch them, because some swatch so differently than what they look like in the pan. And that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swatch all of my special shades and anything that's like a notable shade in each of my 5 palettes and just talk about and go through. And this is gonna be a more like relaxed video. So like grab a snack, grab a drink, and I'll just go ahead and get started. These Mothership palettes are really known for those special baked shades, and most of my palettes, no, 3 of them have those baked shades, but I still feel like a lot of these shimmer shades are absolutely stunning and noteworthy, so I'll be including those as well. But I have 5 palettes and I'm going to go from oldest to newest. I think that'll just be the easiest, so I can kind of talk about the progression. But here I go. The first one that I have is, the sticker is actually gone. Yeah, it doesn't say. I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd Mothership palette, and I'll put the name somewhere on the screen. But here you have 4 of the special shades. They're usually on like one end here, and then the other shades, and you have like some shimmers, some mattes, everything like that. This one's pretty beat up because I actually have used this quite a bit, but I'll go ahead and swatch. And I don't have the shade names on me. I have the inserts like in the box original packaging upstairs, but I mean, who's keeping track? Anyways, you have like this nice pearlescent like icy shade. Oh, look at that. That is so gorgeous. And then this pink shade, and this is like reflecting like an orange, and just the feel of this just feels so soft. And look, when I swatch, you can see like the orange flecks. And then I have this blue shade. I love when Pat does like blue violet shades. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Yeah, this is literally like a bluish violet shade, but it almost has like a black base to it. So this on top of like a black eyeshadow base would be absolutely stunning. And then this one I actually never really used on my eyes. It's like an olive color, and actually that looks so comparable to something in a later palette that I have. But here is everything swatched. Oh my god, look how pretty. A lot of these special shades are more like toppers, especially like something like this one. It looks like straight up like a topper, but look how gorgeous. They're really, really rich, and you can use all of these palettes, like all of these special shadows, wet or dry. And if you use it wet, of course, it's going to be a lot more pigmented. It's going to pack a punch. It's going to be a lot more opaque as well. But what I really like to do is to layer them. Like I'll have like a shimmer shade and then one of these special shadows on top, just to get even more like dimension and like a punch. So this is the first one. If you like a lot of like the you get a lot of different colors here, which I really do like you get like such a nice variety. This one is a great beginner one if you want a lot of different colors. Like if you want that artistry feel, like the creative type of colors, this is a fantastic one. And you also get like a black shade and a brown to like for your crease. This one is a little bit more versatile when it comes to these shades. And then you have fun pops of color right here. Here's another view. Unfortunately, I don't have daily right now, but this is what it looks like. Now that white shade that was switched to the more pearlescent one, that one is really sheer. That one is something I just use as like a topper or like even like as a highlight on my face. I think that would look really pretty, but you definitely see the pigment with this yellow shade right here. And then ignore the little bruise I have here. I have no idea how I got that. I wear an Apple Watch now, and maybe I got like electrocuted or something. I don't know, but I don't feel any pain there. So, but that's what this one looks like. But next I have Mothership VII Divine Rose, and this is the first one, and this one is a much more wearable palette. If you're not looking for like the brighter colors, more fun color schemes, this one is a really nice one because you're getting more like usable, more wearable shimmer shades, and this one is just stunning. This is one of my favorite shadows, like in general from Pat McGrath. I'll go ahead and swatch these. I'm actually wondering if this looks so similar to the first one. Oh my gosh, that actually looks so similar. I'm gonna have to do swatch comparisons here. There's this one, I love this shade. This one's just like my absolute favorite. That is a topper. I have used that on so many of my clients. It's such a beautiful topper. And then this one, a nice gold. And then this orange shade. I wonder if the swatch is the same, I can't remember. No, the swatch is very different. It looks like it has a very pink hue here. For a lot of Pat McGrath, like these shades where it's like a duochrome essentially, it looks so different from the pan, especially when you put it on your eyes, because your eyes aren't flat. The pan is flat. So it's really important that you swatch these if you're able to before getting these, or at least watch these swatch videos so you can see how these are gonna perform, because this looks so pink on, and this is like, you know, the front of my pinky, so it is a little bit more flatter. So when you put it on your eyes, it's also going to be, let me just wipe these. I should do these one by one. Okay, look how stunning that is. You know, these are all like lighter tones. These will all be absolutely beautiful at like the center of your lid or on your lid. And it's just a lot more wearable. Yeah, this pearlescent shade looks so similar to the first one that I did. Yeah, we're gonna do some swatch comparisons in the end here. I know my swatch isn't there. I'm gonna do one finger at a time from here on, okay? We're learning and we're going. Here's another up close view. And you can see like they all vary in like level of shine and shimmer. So these are like different formulas like within each other, but really, really pretty. I swear I'm gonna do a better job swatching, but look how pretty. They're all very different. You can literally layer some of these together. Like you could put like the ones on the ends together. Gorgeous. I decided I should also show you with flash, and that's what it's looking like. Next up, I have Mothership VIII, which is Divine Rose 2. I didn't realize I had both of the Divine Roses. It's fine, it makes sense. I really do like these like pinker tones and hues now. I honestly thought at the beginning like I wouldn't like the pinker tones, but I really do truly love this. And actually, this is actually the one I have on right now. I have a tutorial on this look if you want to see. It's gonna be on my YouTube channel, so just look there. But absolutely love this palette. And these shimmers, again, like you're getting a more, now see, this, I kind of have a little bit of beef with this because this looks such like a beautiful pink of the pan, but when I put it on my eyes, it turns into like a more muted like olive shade. I don't have this one on today, but that's my only beef with this. But I will layer these together and they're absolutely beautiful. So here we go. First off, this shade. This one's like a champagne-y tone, really pretty. I hope it's showing up as well in person. And then this one is like a more gold tone. I actually don't like to wear like more yellowy gold tones here, but there's that. And these are so reflective, like these two right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this pink. This is the one that like shocked me because I was most excited about this. Okay, look at it like this. Look at the pan. Hold on. Does it look the same? When you first swatch it, like you're looking at the side, like, do you see that? That's more of the shade I see on my eyes when I wear it. I mean, even when I wet it and I put it on, I'm still getting that. Anyways, and then this orange shade, I actually can't remember what this reflects. No, this is actually more of just like a straight up like copper shade. It's nice. Okay, now I'm gonna do these swatches like in a better way. Here we go. And then the second shade. The level of pigment here is so, so nice. And then this. Yeah, all really vibrant. This is just giving more summery vibes. Yeah, the pigment on here is just so insane. But look, see, you have this shade, and here's that pink shade I was talking about. You turn it to the side, it just turns into that like green shade. I mean, it does look cool in the eyes, but do I wish it looks like that vibrant pink that I wanted? Yes. I would absolutely love to have that just show up as the pink. I mean, it's still a gorgeous color, but because I use my shimmers like more on the center of my eyelid, I really want it to be like a lighter shade and have it pop. Okay, here's without flash. I went ahead and put that pink shade all the way at the end, and see, I'm not even seeing that pink. It's literally just that green shade, which kind of sucks, but let's see. Here that is with flash, and this is when you're really seeing that pink. You know, it has to be just at the right angle for you to get that pink shade, which is a little bit upsetting, but look at that shadow, like the shimmer on the, like all the way on the left. That's just so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And actually a lot of these are looking kind of similar. Next up, I have Mothership X, and this one is called Moonlit Seduction. Gorgeous. I love like cool tone eyeshadow palettes, and this one just spoke to me right when I saw it. But this one, the formula does look a little bit different. This one is actually a really soft shade. I don't know what this formula is called, but it almost looks like these aren't baked, but it's like, I swear they are, and they just look different in the pan. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and swatch. Let's start off with this one. This one feels like a harder pan as well, like some of the other shimmers. And first here, that's a really pretty shade. That actually looks like it could be a nice like one and done shade. Then I have like this icy color. Actually, I haven't used this one. I don't even know if I swatched it. This almost has like a softer texture to it, but not like the soft that I like for some of the other formulas. Like this. That's nice. That's just straight up silver. Very pretty. This one right here. Yeah, these are like the drier, like harder pans. Oops, I'll wipe that off. This almost has like a rose gold tone to it. That's pretty. Let me wipe off this little oopsie that I made. Then my favorite one is this one. This one is actually like the kind of like the iconic shade here. And this one is that softer formula that I really do love with Pat McGrath shadows. Look at that. This one is like a true duochrome. You have like a reddish type of base, but then like bluish silver flecks. Here are those shades without flash. Very reflective and very, very pretty. And here it is with flash, and it's just like, it's straight up magical. The shade all the way on the right is a really beautiful one and done shade. Like just pack it on the lid and then use a fluffier brush to blend out from the crease, and you just have, it looks like a really pretty eye look. My hand is just looking like I wiped a unicorn's butt. I've been doing a good job wiping this off, but this makeup wipe is getting like all over the place. Let me get another one. The last one I have is actually the most recent, Mothership XII Petalmorphosis. Now, this one doesn't have any bake shades, and sorry, neither did the 10th one. I just kind of like, I don't know why I thought it had bake shades, but it doesn't. It's just really nice shimmer shades. But a lot of, as I mentioned before, a lot of the special shades I use as toppers, right? There still are, like this one you can still use as like a topper shade, so I'll go ahead and swatch that as well. But the shimmers really do shine here, and you're gonna see in the swatches. So I'll start off with this one. Make sure it's focused. That one's such a beautiful peach color. Really pretty. And then I'm gonna use this one. It's like a neutral color. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Put that up close. Gorgeous. I like how that one's like a cooler tone. I always love my cooler tones. And then these two are just my favorite. I'm gonna save my favorite for last, but this one, again, it's like another olive green shade. I did use it in, I can't remember if I used it on YouTube or if I used it on TikTok and Instagram, but this one's also a really pretty shade. And then my favorite is this one. This one does magic. When I first tried this palette out, this is the shade I was most excited for and that I absolutely loved the most. Look at that. Like actually insane. That's so gorgeous. Like this is the reason I love this palette so much. It's breathtaking. Here are those shadows without flash. It reflects a great bit. So stunning. I just absolutely love that green shade, the green blue, like turquoise to emerald shade. I'm gonna say emerald. Here it is with flash. Truly magical. And when you look at that emerald shade, you see like gold, silver, and like blue specks looking back at you. Really gorgeous. And now I'm gonna go back for some of the shimmer shades. So that one, the Petalmorphosis palette has this shade right here, and this is just straight up a topper. It's very, very sheer, but really pretty. So go in here like this. That's like such a pretty lilac shade. And then I'm also going to compare from the 10th Mothership palette, this shade right here. Like this is also just like a gorgeous shimmer shade that Pat did nicely. Look at that. Okay, I don't know why I did it all the way down there. That one's also a really nice shade. Like even though you're not getting the special shades, you're still getting a lot of high impact shimmers. And then from Divine Rose 2, I believe, yes, this pink shimmer shade is kind of making up for the fact that this one isn't really pink on the eyes, but because this is a deeper pink, so it's not like something I could just leave on my eye. Like I just want more pop with this one, but this one is also such a nice shade. You see that? And when you swatch Pat McGrath's like matte shades and like these simpler shimmer shades, it has such a nice carry. I know there's like a term, like a real term for it in like the manufacturing process and everything, but you swatch and it actually gives you like a nice even swatch. You rarely get like patchy shades from here, is like as long as you're setting your eye right. I haven't really had a problem with patchiness or anything with any of the Pat McGrath shadows, but these shimmers I really do love. Now see, even though this is a shimmer, it almost has like a sheen to it. It's not like a sparkly shimmer, but it's just notable because this is like one of the colors that pops. So just pointing that out. Now when it comes to the other shadows, they're just in between here. A lot of these are comparable. Like when I look at, what is this, Mothership VII Divine Rose, and then like the third one here, like the matte brown shades are very, very similar. So you can kind of, like if you're trying to save some money and not get colors very similar to each other, you might want to keep that in mind and actually like look at the palettes and swatch them, especially the special shades, because these two pearlescent shades look so similar to me. I wonder if they actually, I don't know if Pat would repeat them in these Mothership palettes, but they look really, really similar. I mean, no, the finish is different, but the shades themselves, yeah, the finish is different, but the shades actually look very similar to me. Interesting. But yeah, these are just the ones I have. I don't know about the rest of them. I did use Mothership, I believe 6, the one with like the violet shade in it. That one I actually borrowed from a friend. That one I absolutely love, and I probably will buy that for myself at some point. But again, lots of comparable shades, especially with the matte one, so keep that in mind. And even look, Petalmorphosis and what is this, Moonlit Seduction? Yeah, Moonlit Seduction. The purple shades, the matte purple shades, pretty similar. So just keep that in mind if you are looking for a Pat McGrath palette. If you have something and you just want like a whole array of new shades, just make sure nothing is too close. I mean, nothing looks like an exact dupe just by looking at it, but the special shades I feel like are different enough. Now those last two I just swatched are the same shade to me, like in the same pearlescent color, but the finishes are very different. So you're getting some variety there, but I really don't see any more repeat shades. One more. Okay, this is Mothership III. We have this like olive shade, and then Petalmorphosis, this one. They're close, but not exact. I mean, one is like an olive, one is like a yellower version. Both pretty, they're both different enough for me. Yeah, they're both different enough for me to keep both, because I do honestly love using like green tones, but if you don't really like to do green tones, and this is kind of like a special, like every once, like for a special occasion, you just try this out, you might not need to get both. But of course there are other palettes or other shades to really worry about when you're buying these, but some of them are kind of close. Now I wish I had a lot more on hand to swatch, but my close friend that does have a lot of other Mothership palettes has said I could borrow all of her palettes. So I could do a part 2 to this and compare all of hers and all of mine together, because we actually have different ones. She actually loves warmer tone colors and I love my cooler tones. So we kind of like balance each other out. We borrow each other's makeup all the time. But if you want to see that, you can let me know. But what do you guys think about some of these palettes? And what do you guys think about Pat not having these baked formulas here? Because now that I'm swatching and using the older palettes and using the like baked shades, it just does have a magicalness to it and it's special. Yes, the shimmer formulas I absolutely love, which is why Petalmorphosis is like well worth it for me because of these shades as well. I just love them truly. But if it didn't have like these tones, I honestly don't think I would have grabbed this eyeshadow palette, because for $130-ish, that's a lot. And especially for like a big reason why these Mothership palettes were like have like a big name to them and everything are because of these eyeshadow palettes. So you guys let me know, and do you think Pat's gonna bring them back? Because I think it's like the last 4 palettes she hasn't had the baked formulas, which I hope she brings them back. It would be iconic if she did, but I mean, I like them, but I really do want her to bring them back because they're just so special. And I definitely want to get Mothership, like the first one, just to add to my collection. It's just such a beautiful one, and Mothership 6, because I just love those tones, and especially that violet color. So you guys let me know your thoughts, and if you have any of the Mothership palettes and you feel like something is super similar to any of these special shades, let me know your thoughts. And if you are, like, I know a lot of my viewers actually are like lovers of these Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. So you guys let me know your thoughts if you actually ended up with something very, very, very similar and how you feel about that. Because now I'm seeing a lot of these things and I'm like, wow, at this price, like I feel like some of these shouldn't be as close as they are. But I mean, I still get a lot of use of like the ones that I do, like the ones that are similar. So I guess low-key like backups, but they are very different formulas. So there's that at least. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my face, you can follow me on my social media where I do upload more often. It's been a little bit more sporadic, but I do upload there a lot more often. I include little snippets of my videos and just extra content outside of that. So if you want to see that, you can follow me there. But I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope to see you again soon.